What's up YouTube, Dedra here, bringing the video today. Today I want to do something a little bit different. I want to do kind of like, it's not really a market watch, it involves the market, and I want to kind of go into like what some decent investments are, what things I'm picking up as cards from certain sets right now. Because once these sets go out of print, these cards I think will tend to spike, or there may be other reasons for these cards kind of going up in price. And right now I kind of like just deal in cheap investments, so I can pick things up for cheap and then trade them away. I'm not really so much buying and selling. I do this for my trades so I can keep up with the decks I want to play in order to do this. So let's kind of go over some of the things that I'm doing right now. Like I said, these are smaller cards, so there's a smaller risk involved in these, and a smaller reward. Of course, some of these cards may jump up crazy, but that doesn't happen too often when we're looking at these small price cards. So let's kind of move over here to the website. Now, here on TCG Player, this is like pretty much like I think my favorite place to use for prices, and this is just because I do deal in American. Even though I'm Canadian, I do deal American. I think it's the easiest thing to trade in because there's so many different websites you can use to use in value. But right now, multi-figures are actually like only $5. Keep in mind, this was like a $20 to $15 card when it first dropped. And they were actually like $3.50 over the weekend, which is like an insanely low price. Here now we see them all going up from different sellers for about $5, $5 to $6. Some of them are still down of this $3.74 price range. If you can pick up, like, shipping is $5 from these guys, but if you can find a few things from them, are definitely worth right now. For $3.74 when you can get a playset or even more of them for this price. Or if you want the first, they're actually doing the first ones for the same price, and they have 19 in stock. I definitely think this is a safe investment. The reason I think this is like the most safe card out of the Altergeist engine is, well, this set, Flames of Destruction, will not be reprinted in the Megatins, so Multi-Faker is super safe, and this is a card you need 3 of for the deck to be good. And this card literally makes the deck. You have to play 3 of them. So I think this is a safe investment. I think with the metagame right now, Altergeist isn't the strongest, but as these other decks will move out of the way as new formats reach, these cards may go up. It may not be on the next ban list. It could be, but it may not be on the next ban list. It might be the one after that. Like I said, a lot of these are long-term investments, but I definitely think this will go up. We've already seen an increase of $2 over the past weekend, so picking these up for 5s right now, honestly, really worth it. I definitely think it will be a $10 to $15 card. 15 if it really shapes up to be a really Altergeist heavy format eventually. So good chance at that. And then, so that's all I really like have for Flames of Destruction. Flames of Destruction was a great set, but I don't see a lot of things fluctuating in price from it, just in my opinion. Now let's kind of go over some of the Legendary Collection Kaiba. Dragoonity Phalanx for picking up for 78 cents. A lot of them you can get for cheaper, 38 cents, 50 cents. I think if you're able to pick these like a playset, you can get a playset of these as a throw-in. Definitely do it. I don't know how much this is going to go up. Dragoonity is getting support. The new tuner is a lot better than Phalanx, but I think Phalanx will still be played at a decent amount, just because it is still a really good card. Just adds a little bit more consistency as well. Even when the old Dragoonity deck was played, you played at least 1 or 2 copies of the Achilles or whatever it was called, the red one. So I think even playing this at maybe 1 or 2 is a good. So I definitely think that this could be like a $3, $4 card. From the Megatins. Remember, these only have, or not the Megatins, from Kaiba Collection. This has only had 1 other printing in the Hidden Arsenal, and, well, Dual Terminal, if you want to count Dual Terminal, but I don't really call that a full printing. Those are really hard to come by. So once again, these have only been printed in the Hidden Arsenal once, so they're kind of harder to come by. So I think these are a decent pickup. You can make monies back. Essentially, you can get free money because you can get these on throw-in on trades pretty easily. So definitely, I say these are a decent investment. I don't expect them to make too much out of them, and maybe don't expect to make anything off of them if you know, that's a very high possibility that you don't really make anything off them, but I think it's still a decent investment, because you can just get them on throw-ins for trades. Don't go out of your way to pick these up, just get them as throw-ins if you see them in a binder. Now, a card that I think has already gone up, and the Thunder Dragon support is coming out. A lot of times I like to stay away from these ultras and these mass print sets where you get so many ultras and only so many secrets. But Thunder Dragon, I think, is definitely a good pickup. We're seeing them at $4. This is honestly kind of high right now, and I think this is going to drop a little bit more in the coming month before Cybernetic Horizon drops. But there is Thunder Dragon support coming out. That is the biggest thing. But this card will be played. I think it's a decent pickup, even if you can get it for about $3. I think this could be a $7 to $8 card if the Thunder Dragon stuff ends up being as good as it can be. So these are definitely picking up. Look at that. A lot of these prices are just up to almost $5 even. I think this is definitely a decent pickup right now. If you can get them for a little bit cheaper, around $4, I do think it'll be like a $7 to $8 card, so you can make a little bit of money there. Didi Crow. Once again, this is another one that's a throw-in. 91 cents. A lot of them are $1, $1.50. Once again, you can get these in on throw-ins. This card is a pretty good card, even though it kind of got power crept by Called by the Grave. There may just be a time where you want to see Didi Crow turn 1, use it on your opponent's turn 1, which can't be quite done with Called by the Grave. So I think this is a good card that will, within time, be very, very good. So I definitely think this will be like a $3 to $4 card. If you're picking up for $1, you're making, you know, $3 on a small investment that you got in on a throw-in. Once again, I'm kind of going to stop mentioning that, but just know, guys, a lot of these Kaiba Collection small price cards, get them in on throw-ins. And then the next thing is Chain Disappearance, the secret rare. This is a secret rare. This is a card that we have seen come back as a side deck card multiple times. Just hitting 3 cards of your opponent's banished, just banishing them from the game is very strong. I definitely think this card could be good again, and picking it up for $1, super good price, I think. If you can get them for 50 cents, that's honestly an absolute amazing price. I think this could be, you know, in general, a $5 card if it ever comes into the meta, even maybe more, since this set, the Kaiba Collection, is going to be out of print a lot sooner than the Battles of Legend. But let's kind of get into the Battles of Legend now. And this one is Battles of Legend and just in general the other printing of the card. But Brilliant Fusion. Brilliant Fusion secrets are going for about $5 to $6. Sometimes you can get them a little bit cheaper for about $4. I think this is a good pickup. I think this could be a $10 card once this set goes out of print. And then the supers will probably go up to like 8s. I know kind of wacky numbers there, but that's what I'm kind of thinking. If it really gets played in the meta a lot, like, you know, when it was played in the Light Swarm Dinos, or not the Light Swarm, just Dinos 60 card, I definitely think it could be like a $15 card for the secret. But I think it'll probably settle around 10 once this set's going out of print. Like right now they're like $5, so I think that's already really good. Obviously there's that chance that they get reprinted again, but you know, that's always a risk when we're looking at these investments. And then I always like this. I don't really like to stick with the ultis. I kind of stay away from these. Ultis can fluctuate quite a bit since they aren't being printed anymore, but like it's an OTS, so you have to kind of spend a little bit more money, and I don't think you're gonna really make much money on this. Doubling your money on $5 I think is great, but I think, you know, spending $30 to maybe make 10 isn't so good. I don't think the ultis will go up too much unless it becomes super relevant. Then a card that's always been relevant and relatively high. If you can pick up Secret Gamma Seals for like 5, definitely do it. This is like, Gamma Seal has been reprinted only twice now. It was printed once as a rare, as original print, reprinted as a super in the OTS packs, which was like a $20 super, and now reprinted as secret. If you can pick them up for like 5s to 6s, do it. Some people already have them for 9 here. Fusion Gaming, local store in Winnipeg, actually. But I think this is a relatively good pickup. I think this card will be about $10 once again once stuff comes out of print. Number 90, Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. I think this is like a $4 card. I probably wouldn't pick it up for about 5, but I think maybe about 4. I think this has potential if the galaxies already have enough like a decent fan base, honestly, that a lot of people just love the deck and love to play it. And just are really big fans of it. This has some more, and it also has more support coming out still. So I think this has potential to be like a $10 card. This one is a little bit more iffy. Like I kind of only get this card if the trade was right, if it was something I really didn't care about or didn't really have potential to go up in price, because this one does have potential just to drop straight down and not be very good. But from what I hear, the Galaxy support is actually supposed to be pretty good. So definitely, I would maybe try to pick these up. Like I said, if the trade is right, pick them up. Now, Long Judgement, these are like $2. I definitely think like any of the Solums, especially if the time rules get changed again to the old time rules or just not being so iffy. This card could be like a $5 card easily. So if you're able to pick them up for $1 to $2, pick them up. OCG actually currently has this card at $2 now. If I could see something similar happening here, then this card would definitely be like a $5 card. Solemn Strike right now, I'm going from 3 to, you know, if you can pick it up for 3, I think this card could be like a $6 card, maybe a little bit more. We definitely seen this happen before where Solemn Strike, it dropped a lot when the reprint came out in the special editions. Yeah, it was the special editions. So the reprint came out on the special editions and they dropped, and then they went up to like $10 again for that super from that special edition when a bit after that special ed went out of printing. So pretty interesting. I think this is like a pretty good card to pick up right now. You can make a couple bucks on this card pretty easily, and people are pretty willing to get rid of this rarity. Like I said though, it is the Ultra. The Ultra does look better than the Super though, so not too bad. Tornado Dragon, I think this card is a good pickup for about $5. You know, I would try to get it lit for a bit cheaper than $5. I don't really see it going ever more than like $7. It's not really going to get higher than that. But if you can pick it up for like some of these lower prices or for like $2.50 to $3, I definitely think it's a good pickup. You can make a little bit of money on it, or just have your copy and don't have to worry about after the set goes out of print. Here's kind of an interesting one. Supreme King and Dragon Darkworm. This card is absolutely like nuts. This card is really, really powerful, and it is going to be played in a lot of Pendulum decks just because it is so powerful. I definitely think the secret, its only other printing is common, I believe, and I believe there may be a super. Correct me if I'm wrong if there's a super, guys. I think it's only common though, but so now that this could be secret, I think it's really good. We look at some of these prices for about $3. I think this could be about a $5 card. So if you want to make $2, right, get rid of it for the right thing. You can make $2 to $3 on this card, honestly. Now this is the kind of the last of the stuff I'm gonna get into. Phantom Knights stuff here. I'm gonna bundle it all together. We look at these 3 Phantom Knight cards in this set. Burning Abyss Cherubini, or I think that's what it's called, is going to be coming out still. We still don't have a release time for it. And these have always been splashed in with the Burning Abyss engine. So this is something really that could happen. I think these are decent pickups. Fog Blades for about $3. I would probably try to get them for a little bit cheaper than $3. Maybe try to get them for $2s. But definitely, I think these are decent pickups that, you know, a lot of people like the Phantom Knight deck. This deck was very well liked throughout the community. A lot of people just loved it. So I definitely think that, like, these are decent pickups. They'll, you know, go up in price a bit. I'm not really sure how much, honestly, because I do think pure BA will probably be better, the best choice. But for the people who are going to want to play it when Cherubini comes out, and maybe, I don't know if there's Phantom Knight support coming out there. Maybe if there is, then definitely pick these up. And then the last one I want to talk about, like TG Wonder Magician. We still don't have a release date on Christian Needle Fiber, but he will be coming pretty soon here. And this card is one of the main cards you're going to be bringing out with Needle Fiber. So I think it's very, very, very strong. It's just a very strong card. This is an Ultra, and it is like pretty common printed in the pack. But if you're able to pick them up, like there's some here for like $1. If you could pick up, honestly, this is a pretty good price. 50 cents, a phenomenal price. It is a little bit higher on shipping, and they only have one though. somebody's kind of jumped the gun. Oh, Fusion Gaming again. I'm not trying to hate on you guys, I swear. They're just a little bit higher priced here at 350. But everywhere else is a lot cheaper. It's honestly quite interesting. I think this could be a decent amount of card. Like if this set, like if Needle Fiber takes a little bit longer to come out, I don't think it will. I think it's quite clear that it's going to be in the Megatins or in Cybernetic Horizon. But I definitely think this card will jump up to like at least a $3 card right away. If out of printing and Christian Needle Fiber, nothing happens to it and it's still very played, this is probably easily a $5 card. But I think right away, you know, if you want to make $2 real fast, pick these up for $1. Like, why not? I think they're decent investments. Now, I am kind of debating now on some of the stuff I want to sell. And that would be because the Dark World stuff. Now, Danger Dark World is a deck that is very hyped up right now, that could be very strong, but we haven't quite seen enough testing. And because of this Danger Dark World, the prices on Dark World cards have absolutely skyrocketed. We see Dark World Dealing Super from Yugi's World, no, sorry, Joey's World for $15. That is absolutely nuts. This card was like not even close to that. I think it like went up $10 in like a few days here. I think it was 5s when I first looked at it, which I already thought was like, wow, $5 for this Dark World Dealing, super interesting. And now it's 15, like absolutely nuts. And there is nothing here, guys. There is one seller. They do have 8 copies. So they kind of completely control the market, but for $15 is absolutely crazy. And the thing is, who knows with the Danger stuff if this is actually going to be the best route. I think Dark World Dealings with the Danger stuff is pretty safe though, but I'm not really sure how good the Danger stuff is going to be. So far, it seems like it could be really powerful, and there's a good chance, but being able to pick up something that you can play now at regionals is honestly not bad to get rid of these for 15s. Unless you're really dead set on playing the Danger stuff, then probably get rid of these if you're not dead set on it. If you're dead set on playing it, keep these because they may not go down in value. There's a possibility to even go up. But if you want to get rid of them and you don't really have a care, I would say this is pretty safe to sell at. Snows are absolutely insane too. We see here at sitting 1083. Once again, there's no one really selling these. I don't know if anyone's added anything since then. No one's really selling these for Snows going for $10 for the secrets. Absolutely insane. I definitely think these are decent pickup, decent to sell right now, because I think this is probably more safe to sell than the Dark World Dealings, just because, like I said, like Layer of Darkness was super hyped when it came out, and like these, it might just not end up being the best thing. So far, people are saying it seems to be the best thing, but this is just limited testing, and a lot of the testing just ends up being on Yugioh Pro, and honestly, that's just not the best testing method in my opinion. And then drag downs are actually down a little bit for about 875. They were like 10s the other day. I think getting rid of these for 875, once again, only one seller. If you check probably other places, they're probably about $10. This card is honestly a very good card, one of the lesser ones. Like any of these Dark World cards, I know Silva, I think this is because there may not be very many printings of him. Yeah, but I think it's definitely interesting to see these Dark World cards. I think if you have a lot of Dark World cards and you're not dead set on playing Dangerous, sell. They're really high right now. It would be pretty worth it. Like I definitely think they may be worth selling. I'm still debating on if I'm gonna keep mine or not. I do have play sets of each, so I'm kind of, you know, I don't know. But anyway, guys, that's what I have to say. It was quite a long video, like 20 minutes long. Sorry it took so long. I did repeat myself quite a bit, so sorry about that. But I just really want to get my point. I didn't want anyone to invest in things, kind of me saying there's going to be 100% easy value. Like I said, these are all risks. They are all maybes. But this is the kind of thing I do to try to keep my trade binder decent enough that I'm going to be able to play the best deck, or the deck I want to play the most. Anyway, guys, please comment, like, subscribe, join the Brick Brigade, and we'll talk to you later. See ya.